Yes, well, Kelly immediately ran down to Stone, and there's Mick Gaffer on Brownless.
So here we go. Collingwood and Geelong. Kelly, second game back after a long enforced spell. Having a big job today. McGuan's got Couch. Here's the opening bounce. In fact, there's an indication of the amount of rain that we have had. Gary Hocking coming back. Gets the first tap. Couch tries to flick it on down towards the forward line. Graham Wright set upon, but did get rid of the football. Heffernan can't do anything with it. Tackle is too high. Tony Francis to take it at half-back.
This could be pretty hot early, I'd say, Pete. I think Collingwood will be very fired up, put a lot of pressure on the good Geelong players early. Test them out.
Francis, poor kick. Into the middle he goes. Buse. To the half-forward line. Kelly cuts across. Runs into Brownless. He has support from Gaffer. His hand pass is not good. He was under great pressure. Brownless has ridden into the ground, and he's been pinged for holding the ball.
It was pretty tough early. I thought Billy had very little chance of getting rid of that. He was really driven straight into the ground and no chance of getting a hand pass away.
McGuan, a fine mark. Going back with the flight of the ball. And Mick McGuan has been in very, very good form. He's the leading kick winner in the league at the moment, averaging 20.6 a game.
The centre wing should have been a free kick to Hinkley. It was interfered with. No, it wasn't. It was Heffernan, in fact. This a quick kick comes up towards the half line. Dacos pushing and shoving. Dacos brilliantly did it. So did Runs. Still going on Dacos. Great play, Peter Dacos. Now Ronnie McEwen off the ground. Sockers it in and puts it through.
Great play, Dacos.
Great start for the Magpies. Great play by Dacos, as we said. And Collingwood 1-goal lead. Geelong yet to score.
Yes, Pete. Of course, Dacos the danger man on that Collingwood forward line. It looks like Poole was picking him up, or is picking him up. Let's have a look. Peter Dacos doesn't look all that good after that little passage of play. Lehman getting the quick kick out. And normally Hocking would have been picking him up, picking Dacos up, Stephen Hocking, but of course he's out suspended for 3 weeks. Good play by Dacos getting the tap on.
Back in the middle once again. The Pies down towards the half-forward line. Hinkley in front is going to be paid the football. Morwood having the job on him. Ken Hinkley drifting it in towards the centre. Ablett caught at the back. Manson in front. So it's a pumped-up Pie machine in the opening minutes here at Waverley Park. His kick is not a good one. No one at all at home. McGrath has it at half-back.
He's played well since those first 2 games. He played full-back on 2 very good players, Dunstall and Jakovic.
Yes, winner of the Morris Medal in 1988. Right. Down to half-forward, but straight once again to McGrath.
Yes, discarded by North Melbourne. He'd probably get a game with North at the moment. Andrew Buse to the half-forward line. That was a beautiful kick to the running Bruns. Bruns a poor kick, straight up in the air. Gary Pert in front position. Dumps at the ground. Ablett runs at it. Now it's Tony Francis on the left foot. Manson. Almost a good mark. Not taken. Handballs it away. Riccardi is there. Gary Hocking and Lehman. Now Jamie Turner off the ground to the half-forward line. Hanley was there. Now it's Lehman. The chip pass is on. Ronnie McEwen. No mark. Rogers is there. Dispossessed. Take it away as Kenny Hinkley is having a fine season again. Right out towards centre wing. Players pushing and shoving for the ball. Forsman. Now it's Alan Richardson with a quick kick. They're pretty desperate, Collingwood. Shane Morwood around the corner on the left foot. And too easy. Peter Dacos waited back, and the mark has been taken by Trevor Poole.
He's at centre half back. So he's back towards the middle. Heffernan was there.
Free kick.
Illegal shepherding going on.
Well, interesting match up there, Sandy. I think Gavin Brown has the job of tagging Gary Ablett.
Well, what a duel that'll be. Ablett was the infringer on that occasion. No one going anywhere in that pack as Andrew Buse dives in to lock the ball away. Troy Lehman picks himself up.
Yes, Mick Gaffer playing fullback on Brownless. We've got Gary Pert playing on Brown. And Craig Kelly playing on Stone and picking up their best forwards.
Russell flicks it in towards full forward. McEwen backpacks. Almost takes it. Dacos a chance, sock it off the ground, and one behind only. Going to the prize.
Great attempt by Ron McEwen there, Bernie.
Certainly in these conditions, very difficult for the full forward to take the ball over his head. That was a great attempt.
Well, here's McGrath out at half-back receiving the kick in. Tim McGrath, as Bernie said, has grown with confidence every week, and playing in the top side would certainly help that. And half-back, it's shuffled out to Buse. This is Andrew Buse on the left foot, a shocker. Typical conditions, though, very slippery, and there's been a lot of rain in Melbourne during the week. And the veteran Neville Bruns, I think he'll appreciate these conditions.
218 games for Bruns. Forsman capped off a fine season with selection in the state squad. Francis working hard. Pressure on Stoneham. Forsman led. The ball over the line. Very good crowd here. It's built appreciably in the last 15 minutes or so. Kelly in front. Hammered over the back. Right. Thought about trying to go straight through, but Buse stops him. Does well. Known as the Rat. Chance now for the Cats to go towards Brownless. It goes straight past him. Purple headed over the line. First score to the Cats, one behind from a defensive Gary Pert.
The Magpies by 6 points. Pert to the half-back line. It's Riccardi versus Graham Wright. Riccardi used his body well, tried to soccer it off the ground. Brown is in after it, Paul Brown. Riccardi tries to punch it on. Danger here. Oh, Bruns went in very hard. And the umpire will come in and either bounce or throw it up. And probably throw it up, I would think.
I think he wouldn't get it above his knee if he tried bouncing it, Pete, in these conditions.
It's 50 metres from goal. Geelong's goal. They trail by 6 points. Kelly doing some shepherding on Stoneham. It comes wide. Round the corner goes Gary Hocking. A beautiful kick. Brownless has got 2 to beat. And Craig Starcevich comes back and punches it through for a behind to Geelong.
Billy Brownless having a few words to the umpire.
He was mentioning the holding there, Sandy, but I think both players were holding Guernseys.
Pert this time heads to the outer side. Starcevich is going to be paid the football. He's at half-back. His kick is very wide towards the running McGuan. Sneaks away from Forsman. McGuan kicking Collingwood up towards their right half-forward line, and Manson takes another mark. That's his third, so it's been a good start by the Collingwood big man. Wanted McEwen. At the back is Dacos. He'll have to do something special here. So very nearly did.
Very dangerous, isn't he?
Yes, he almost made something out of nothing, didn't he, Dacos? He's got that capability.
As the Collingwood bench looks on. It goes over the line on the outer side. And apparently no touch. So a chance for Collingwood once again through Alan Richardson to kick them deep into the attacking zone. Rogers, McGrath finds a passage through some pretty heavy traffic. Kick is not good, straight to Starcevich.
He's had a good year, Starcevich, averaging 9 marks a game.
It's about 75 metres out from goal as he brings it in towards half-forward, thumped the ground. It was Jamie Turner trying to get his boot to it. McGrath again, he's doing well. Oh, Ablett, look at that for a pick-up. He went without it. He had support from Merriman.
Oh, that's a
Great mark, Gary Hocking.
In these conditions, Pete, that was superb by Hocking.
Off he goes as he gets it to Heffernan. Heffernan to the half-forward line. Brown leading out. Oh, good play. That's almost holding the ball. He got the benefit out. Scott Russell went without it. Stoneham is there. Now Robert Scott. Danger here because Heffernan's got it. A bad head past the couch, but they've got players off and running. Gary Hocking to Brown. Brown went without it. Paul Brown with skill. No backup support. He had 4 Collingwood players to beat. Good play by the Magpies as Starcevic around the corner finds Jamie Turner. He's got backup support too as the quick kick comes from Mick McWan and rolls over the line. A lot of pressure. Collingwood getting the ball in numbers, Bernie.
A lot of physical pressure, especially from Kelly and Gary Pert in the back line for Collingwood.
Under 16 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Stoneham controls it with the left hand. Unable to pick it up was Riccardi. Scott keeps it in play for Ablett if it sits. From 52 metres. It drops short. Socket off the ground. And out of bounds on the full by Russell Merriman. That'll be Gary Pert who'll bring it back into play. Good tight opening. Magpies scoring the first goal. Stoneham wanting the second grab but not being allowed. Hocking making a welcome return. Forsman and Scott combined. Scott will have to be quick. He is, but where's Brownless? Again, he's got to beat a couple. Oh, the punch down to Ablett and a great smother. It ricochets back to Francis. Collingwood out of trouble. He just pops it over the top. Starcevic. Nothing in that.
Tremendous there from Gary Pert, that smother. He affected the spoil in the first instance and then followed up and scored that kick from Ablett when it looked like a certain goal.
Starcevic to the outer side. Bruns almost pulled down a beauty. In fact, is going to be paid. Very good attempt in these conditions. Neville Bruns swinging Geelong back into attack again towards Brownless. At the back, an opportunity for the Cats through Merriman. He's just sliding it through.
The lights are on here at AFL Park. Scott, was tripped and will get a free kick, and he's off and running. He's having a great season. Look at the pace. Robert Scott to the forward pocket. Saunders back with the flight of the ball. Brown, very mobile Brown. Tried to get his boot to it, then was dragged off the ball. Ablett is there as he crashes in. 2 Collingwood players to beat, and eventually the ball rolls over the line. 20 metres around from the behind post, but a good, tough, hard game. And there's a bit of talent there on screen.
What do you think about that, Pete, playing one of your most constructive players as a tagger?
Well,
Gavin Brown?
I think that's good, because you've got to have skill to beat Ablett. Now, here's Ablett. Oh, look at that kick. Gary Ablett. It's a great goal. Wow. They call him Superman. What a kick. 2-2 plays 1-2.
That's Gary Ablett's 550th career goal. As we see a bit of skill, which you were talking about a minute ago, Pete. He just brought that back beautifully from right on that boundary line. You wouldn't expect a goal like that on a dry day, but in these conditions, amazing stuff from Gary Ablett.
The Cats by 6 points. From the middle. Heffernan trying to give them a start. So too is Scott. McGuan at the bottom of the pack. Eventually taken away by McCartney. Down to the half-forward line. Good use of the body by Hinckley, who seems to have an extraordinary amount of time to get rid of the football. Kelly couldn't take it at the first attempt. Socket out of his hands. Gary Hawkins had a fantastic return. Brown muscled out of it. Ablett trying to poke it away in front, but it's stolen by Brown. This is Gavin Brown for Collingwood. Taken by Francis. Good collect by Russell. Sweeps a long hand pass across the centre. Russell still winning with the ball, but it's Forsman who intercepts. Russell keeps going down towards Morwood. With him is Hinckley. Forsman could have infringed on Wright. He has, and he'll take it at half forward.
He chips it across to Francis now. The crowd appealing for 50, but that's not 50.
They've eased up on that rule, Pete, haven't they? Definitely this year.
Francis has gone short. It was a dangerous pass because his man was covered. Good play by the big man for Geelong, Stephen Hanley. The ball eventually out the couch. They're starting to look dangerous, Geelong, starting to run that ball. Stoneham versus Kelly. And off the hands of Stoneham and over the line. That's going to be a good battle, that one, Bernie.
Yeah, it's probably favoured Craig Kelly today in these conditions, because it won't be easy for Stoneham to take those big overhead marks. I think the backmen would be rubbing their hands together in glee when they saw these conditions.
I think Collingwood would have been quite happy to see the rain, actually. Geelong, very highly skilled team. There's Couch. Riccardi went past the ball. There's still danger because Heffernan, moves well for a big man. Heffernan on the left foot, brings it back to half forward. Courage needed. Down the ground with Saunders. Pop one in the back. That was from Russell Merriman. It'll be a free kick to Daryn Saunders at half-back.
Saunders drifts it wide. Looking for Manson. Couldn't take his fourth mark, but well taken by Alan Richardson. Can the Pies set up something here? Richardson kicks towards the 50-metre line. And Trevor Paul will see it over the line. Six points the margin. Goals to Ablett and Merriman for Geelong. Ron McEwen having kicked one for Collingwood. Handley does the ruck work across to Hocking. They do it well. Merriman a high kick back towards centre wing. Couch working hard. Did get the hand pass away and retrieved it himself, then got another one away. Great work. Hocking does well. Back to Couch. As Peter McKenna said, they're starting to look dangerous. Bruns left foot to Scott.
He's looking very dangerous, Sandy, and Robert Scott there doing the right thing. In these conditions, it's always better to be in front. The ball dropped short, as we saw on that occasion.
Robert Scott from 46 metres. Floating a kick over for a behind. What a resurgence his career has had. 2-3. Plays 1-2. Pert again to the outer side. Again he wants Starcevic, and he finds him. Not a pretty kick off the boot towards Morwood, and clever spoiled by Hinkley over the line.
Well, Shane Morwood's in for a tough day today on Hinkley. Hinkley's having a sensational season.
One of the favourites for the Brownlow last year too, Ken Hinkley.
Oh, he's turned into a great player. He was just a in-betweener at Fitzroy, but he's really found his niche on that half-back line. There's a kick around the corner from Merriman to the half-forward line. Alan Richardson trapped it well. Now he tries to chip it around, and he's found Tony Francis. Doesn't look to be as if he's going to be tagged today. Doesn't like the taggers, Francis. A very good player. Now there's Bruns. The kick to the half-forward line. Heffernan. He's in the action at the moment. Heffernan to the pocket. Billy Brownless at the back. Oh, should have been a Collingwood mark. There's Ablett to Hocking. Gary Hocking around the corner. One-on-one. Stoneham. Gary Pert comes in the lender hand and taps it over the line. Almost took that mark, Barry Stoneham, Bernie.
Yes, almost. Gavin Brown could have been paid that one you called earlier, Pete, too. He should have been paid the mark in these conditions.
Right forward pocket for Geelong. They lead by 7 points. Russell leaves it. Richardson's kick goes up towards centre wing. Turner. McGrath on his own. Has time to have a look down towards half forward. Goes over the top of Hocking. Starcevic will tidy up for Collingwood if Brownless doesn't catch him. Just gets his kick in time. Now a chance for Graham Wright here. He's got a bit of room. He had room.
Oh, well done, Ken Hinkley. That was terrific, wasn't it, Sandy? The way he left his man. He summed up the situation, left his man, who was Morwood, and he would have been 50 metres clear had Graham Wright been able to get around Kenny Hinkley. But, gee, he summed that up well, Ken Hinkley.
What confidence can do for these Cats at the moment. McGrath wins it. Ooh. Neville, perhaps the look of Neville Bruns tells the story.
Yeah, very hot, that one, Pete.
Morwood to take it.
Well, he chips it across to Graham Wright. Wright's on centre wing. A wobbly kick, but it comes off because it's been marked by McWan. Off he goes. Another chip pass. It's a bad one. McEwen, though, leading the race. Puts it to ground. Oh, and the umpire called holding. Well, pretty sudden death, but still. Oh, there's a free kick to Forsman for holding the man. No. Jamie Turner, a quick kick in towards full forward. Here's a chance. As players come in from everywhere, but Morwood pops it and has gone.
Favouring Geelong. After that goal from Shane Morwood, good work by McCartney to help him. Bruns went in solidly and almost tried to take it out of his own man's hands.
I think he held back, luckily, for Forsman there.
Still virtually in the middle. Russell, if he can pick up the greasy ball, he can. Gets a short kick back towards Bruns and Morwood. Morwood does well to Richardson. To the half-forward line, Handley. Big man's had a fine season, couldn't control that one. And it goes out of bounds on the other side.
Yes, it was surprising they didn't start with him in the ruck. They started with Heffernan, Bernie.
Yes, well, Heffernan did a bit of the ruck work last week. He started at full-back, had a terrible time in that first quarter against Paul Salmon, when Salmon kicked 4 goals. But he's a big boy, Heffernan, and can do a bit of the ruck work. It's fortunate they've got 2 of these type players.
Well, that was Hickley getting it around towards centre wing. Richardson doing fairly well. Hooks it back. It's all Collingwood. This is Lehman. Troy Lehman on the left foot to the half-forward line. Poole playing on Dacos. And good thinking that by... well, that was deliberate. And the umpire giving him the benefit of the doubt. Collingwood fans roaring for a free kick. Probably good thinking to put Poole on Dacos, because Poole... Well, one thing with Dacos, you can't put an ordinary player on him. You've got to have a talented player.
Manson and Handley to do battle again. Handley gets front spot. It's flicked over the back. Merriman's away. Long kick towards centre wing. Heffernan. Big man has time to have a look. Floated to half forward. Here's Dane to Stoneham. Runs his full distance, then left foots it from 47 metres in towards full forward, and it's hammered over the line for 1 behind.
That's one of the danger men there, Barry Stoneham. His first touch for the afternoon. Craig Kelly's played very tightly on him.
2 points the margin as Gary Pert. Thought for a moment about going short to Gafer, then picked out Starcevic or Brown. It's the latter. He's got Turner running with him, but takes the kick towards Manson. Couldn't complete the mark and went to ground. Handley did well to scoop it up for a big man. He goes short and finds Peter Riccardi. Gets around Turner. Long in towards full forward. Backpacking was could have been held, and Gary Pert will take the free kick on the last line of defence.
Gary Pert has made a big difference to that Collingwood defence. He is a class player. McGuire making plenty of space. Not too much tagging going on today. Players being allowed to run loose. Mick McGuire to the half-forward line. Couch. A welcome return for Paul Couch, and playing very well. An ordinary kick, though. And finally it comes off the hands of McGuire over the line. Centre wing. 2-4 to 2-2. The Cats lead by 2 points.
There's one moment these boys are training together for a state of origin clash. The next moment they're up against each other. Question is asked of Forsman. Tony Francis is not impressed with the reply. Manson again with Handley. Manson leant over the top and then puts a headlock on Robert Scott.
Well, it was pretty clear from here, didn't it, Pete, that was a free kick to Robert Scott.
No
Manson
doubt.
very high.
Still on the wing. Handley up perhaps a fraction early. Manson it is who scoops it out. Hocking working hard to Scott. This time they don't grab him. His kick is a good one, finding Heffernan. Oh, Scott's away. He gets a snip of those goals. He runs his full distance and then goes for distance with the torque. Didn't quite get onto it. Brown is there. Ablett lurking. Pert towards the boundary line. Brown again in over the top. And just before the ball went over the line, the field umpire came in and said he'll have it.
It was actually a poor kick by Robert Scott to the forwards.
Actually, I thought he could have even touched the ball down and run a bit further. He had plenty of space there.
Gary Pert deciding to put it out of danger for the moment. With just over 2 minutes remaining in this tight first quarter.
Gary Pert certainly solidifies that Geelong defence, Collingwood defence, I should say. Starcevic doing the ruck work. It's all Collingwood going for that ball. And it was Daryn Saunders, formerly of Footscray. There's Malcolm Blight, always looks Graham Jelly on his right, former St Kilda coach. But Malcolm always looks pretty unruffled. And no wonder at the moment the way his side's playing, here's danger because Robert Scott's got, he tripped over. Gets in a hand pass. The Magpies take it away. That was Saunders to McGuan. McGuan off and running. He wants to give off another hand pass here. The chip across, and Mark has been taken there by Manson. Back it comes to Scott Russell. Russell, a hurry kick. It's gone straight to Buse. Danger here for Collingwood because Robert Scott, he nearly slipped over again. So you wonder what stops he's got in. Buse goes to ground. A lot of mistakes being made. Robert Scott again to the half-forward line. Brown versus Ablett. The players dive in on top of it. Richardson tackle. It's a loose ball. Forsman, handball over the top. But in the meantime, it had crossed the line.
Kelly limping rather badly behind play. It'd be a bad loss if he was... well, he had to go off the ground, but certainly looks like some sort of groin injury with Craig Kelly.
Inside the last minute of this first quarter. And in the Geelong attacking zone, but only for the moment.
Bad play by Heffernan. That was about 2 metres behind that pack.
Starcevich.
And he shepherded him up away.
So Craig Starcevich towards the centre wing. McGrath comes over the top, fisting down. Scouting is McGuan. A high kick. Time may be against the Pies. Bruns is first to it. Swings it back over centre wing. Manson dropping back just a little too far. And plucking it in on the siren is Barry Stoneham. It's quarter time here at Waverley Park. And not a lot in it. Geelong leading 2-4-16. Collingwood 2-2-14.